Yo, what is up, guys? In today's video, I'll be doing a review on my RAM mount. So, I've had this RAM mount pretty much ever since I got the bike. I've owned this bike for right at 6 months now. Yeah, like exactly 6 months today, actually, I believe. So if you see my previous video of my 6 months of ownership, you've heard me talk about my RAM mount. Well, I mentioned it and how I wasn't too happy with it. And in this video, I'm gonna be going over why I'm necessarily not super happy with it, and maybe some other options if you're looking for a phone mount. So when I went to go buy a phone mount, I went to Cycle Gear and I just asked them, well, like, what's the best mount y'all have, whatever, and they said the RAM mount. So I didn't watch many reviews or anything on mounts before I bought mine, so I ended up going with the RAM mount, and it cost me right around $70. And for a phone mount, that's right around, I guess, the average of how much they're going for, or at least comparing to the other brand that I guess is a big competitor with RAM mount. But for 70 bucks, I thought it was a little bit steep, but that's okay. So I got the claw mount because I don't have a way, or my bike doesn't have like the triple clamp where you can mount it. So I had to get the claw mount so I could just attach it onto my handlebars here. And it actually holds really well. That was the thing I was worried about, was it coming loose. So I guess that is a good thing for RAM mount. The claw does hold pretty well, but the strap, so RAM mounts come with this safety strap, or the safety net strap, whatever you want to call it, in the back. And so you see it's supposed to just go around your phone like this, but my two bottom points of it, they broke. And when I bought the mount, they told me that since that's a high wear point, I guess, since you're like constantly pulling on it, that you might have to replace it. And so I was like, okay, maybe in like a year or so I'll have to replace it. Well, no, mine broke, let's see, probably about 4 months after owning it. Probably about 3 months, actually. 3 months after owning it, one part broke and then the other part broke. So I feel like it broke pretty early. And then people also lose these little knobs that go on the end here, these rubber pieces. Mine haven't fallen off, but that's just like another thing that you have to replace with these over time. So you have that. It holds my phone pretty well. You know, it's easy to put it in. You just pull this down and it pops right in. And the little safety net thingy, it takes a little bit longer to put on, especially if I have gloves on. I currently don't use mine, obviously, because it's broken, so I used to. So if I don't use the safety net, this is holds my phone well. It's easy to take in and out. If you do use the safety feature, it's a little bit harder to do. Yeah, taking it in and out. So there's that on this mount. And then another thing, this hasn't personally happened to me. I've heard of it happening to a few people, like if you just watch like reviews or search bad things about this mount, I guess. And someone personally that I know, their phone camera, from the vibration, it messed up the stability on it. So that's something I don't want to happen to my phone, because I don't even know how much that costs to fix, nor do I want to find out. So I was looking after getting this mount and, having to constantly put it on this way with all that, and hearing about someone's camera getting messed up, all of that stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I kind of want a new mount. And I was looking at options at this point, and I saw a quad lock, Now quad lock, I think it's a better mount in a lot of ways, as they offer the vibration dampener, and it doesn't have all this around it, especially like covering. Okay, if you're listening to music and stuff, depending on what size mount and phone you get, I have the large RAM mount. It can actually hit your volume buttons, your power button, depends on the size mount and phone you have, depends on all that. But I haven't really had that issue, but I was just noting that if you are looking at getting this mount. But like I was saying, the quad lock, I think it's a better mount because the way it works, well, you have to have their phone case. I think that's the only downside to this mount, in my opinion. You have to have their phone case so you can lock it on. And if you want like your own phone case or whatever, that might be a downside to you. I mean, you could change it in and out every time before you ride. I wouldn't do that personally, just because like it might wear, depending on how much you ride, it might start wearing it out. It might be inconvenient, especially if you're riding like, if you like daily ride a bike. I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't swap phone cases in and out. So I'd either get the quad lock and just deal with the phone case. It just has like a little cutout in the back for it to mount up, so you can deal with that. Or you can, I guess, take another option, which would be the RAM mount, which in my opinion is a worse mount. So with the quad lock, the reason I like it, well, I personally haven't had it, but the reason I would like to have it and think it's better is because of the vibration dampener. For one, it will prevent issues to your phone, such as like the camera and stuff. It will also, oh, and not it will, but they also offer a wireless charging option for it. You know, there's like a lot of different things you can get for this mounting system for the quad lock. And the price point of the two are relatively the same. It's like, I think it was like, for what I was looking at, for mine, it was like $120. Now I know that seems a lot more than $70, because I mean, reality it is, but for what you're getting a phone case, which is like $30, and then you're getting the vibration dampener, which is an extra $20, which sucks it's not added on. So there's $50, and then the mount itself is like $70, I believe. So it's at the same price point as the RAM mount for just the mount. But that doesn't include the case and the vibration dampener. And you do need the case to use it, so you're looking at $100 regardless. Well, that was for the aluminum. They have like different, they have one that's like plastic and one that's aluminum. And that was for the aluminum one. I don't know. I don't really want the plastic one if I get one, because I'm not sure if it will break, but I don't want it to break. I'd rather just get the aluminum one. And so I think the prices relatively, they compare. Another downside to the quad lock though is that, well, it's still the same thing, the phone case, but another aspect of that, if you get a new phone, which I assume most people are on contract and get a new phone like every 2 years, so you'd have to buy a new phone case for that new phone. That's going to be another $30 every time. Say your friend or someone rides your bike, if they don't have that phone case, they can't use your mount. Now, if you don't let anyone ride your bike or whatnot, that's not something you have to worry about. But upgrading your phone, like if you get a new phone, you will have to worry about changing your case and eventually getting a new case. But if you're only replacing it like a new phone case once every 2 years, that's $30. I mean, I'd have to, well, if you get the RAM mount, you probably have to replace the strap if you use it. You might lose these little end pieces. So I feel like there's the same amount of things that you'll have to replace anyway. I just think the quad lock is superior case in this, or not superior case, a superior mount, because of the vibration dampening, the ease to use it. But I've never used it. Maybe it's hard to lock it in, but it seems easier to use than this, or quicker. So those are the reasons I like the quad lock better, and the reasons I do not really like this ram mount. It moves really easily right here. And if you do get a bike that doesn't have the claw mount, and say you're getting the triple clamp, say you have like a CBR 600 double R, the way you have to mount it in there, it can become loose and it just swivels around. So that's another thing you got to think about when getting that. You know, I don't know how the quad lock compares to that. I don't know anyone. Actually, I know one person who has it. He loves it. But other than that, I don't really know anyone else who has it. So I haven't heard like much feedback personally about it, other than videos I've watched, which most of them are good from the few I've watched. So I think if you're in the market for foam mount, I would definitely go for the quad lock. Though I say that, take that with a grain of salt, because I don't own a quad lock, okay? I just own a ram mount, and I don't like the ram mount. The quad lock seems like the winner in between these two. So I would personally, if someone asked me if they should get a ram mount, I would tell them no. I don't like it. But to each their own. You may like it if you get it, so don't really, I want to 100% rely on my video on making your decision for which foam mount you're getting, because everyone has their own opinions on things and everyone has different uses. So you now know my reasons on why I don't like this and why I think quad lock is better. With that being said, you can make your decision however you want, but you have my opinion. Alright, so that's the end of the video. That's all I have to say about it. Anyway, thanks for watching.